Alright, we're here reviewing our brand new stove we received yesterday in replacement of our old Samsung stove. It's the Samsung NE59M6850SS. It's a 5.9 cubic feet freestanding electric range with Flex Duo. It's an electric cooktop. That Flex Duo is, if you can see, it has two doors, the removable divider that converts one oven into two. It's Wi-Fi able. I guess you can control this thing with your phone. It also has a soft close door, which I don't know exactly what that means. I guess it just slows down at the very last. Samsung has something with this. It's virtual flame, which provides a superior cooking experience by combining the visual of gas cooking with the precision of induction cooking. I don't know if that actually means with this electric or if that's just with the gas version. The controls on this are very, very similar to our last stove. Sorry, there we go, we got it zoomed in now. Being where they're located, but it's not necessarily like a push button, even though they're similar. It's more of a just rub your finger over it and it engages whatever button that you're using. So that being said, I mean it's a nice little easy touch feature that I kind of like. We'll zoom back out here. If we want, we can open this door here. It's all comes down in one. And there's a divider in there. Let's see if I can, I don't know how well you can see that, but there's a blue divider that actually converts this in from one stove. Now you put that back in, and now you can shut the door, push this little trigger on the back side, and it actually makes it now into two doors. So you can actually cook two different things at two different temperatures. Both sections actually have their own convection fan, so that's actually a nice feature to be able to run two different things at one time. So what we want to do here for our first video is we're going to take this water and we're going to put it on this stove. We're going to turn it on, and while we're doing, I shouldn't say stove, but oven top or whatever it's called, we're going to see how long it takes to boil. But in the meantime, we're also going to see how fast the stove goes from zero or I don't know, whatever the ambient temperature is for inside there, to 350 degrees. So right now it's going, it's at 175 in there. We've been messing around with this a little bit. So I don't know if that's just 175 where it starts. I don't necessarily think it's 175 degrees in there right now. We'll see how fast it gets to at least 175 before it starts ticking. If you can hear the convection oven fan in there, it's pretty quiet. Again, I haven't really looked at the Wi-Fi capable functions of this yet. That'll be another video. Let's see the knobs here. You can see that they are one side here is if you want to do the outside ring, and then on the left side is for the inside ring. It does have a warming center, which I don't necessarily think that's a feature that we ever even used on our last stove. I guess it's nice if you're having people over and you want to keep the baked beans warm, but other than that, I don't think we've ever used it. If you can see here, we're at 220, 230. So I mean, this thing is really heating up quickly. We're still waiting for this water to boil. I mean, it's definitely getting warm. See where we're at with our stove here. So we're already at almost 300 degrees here with the stove, 300, 301. So it actually has, while we're sitting here inside the stove itself, there's a light for each oven. There's one on the top, one on the bottom. You can actually, if you could see that, you can actually see right into there. Now that's cool. We haven't actually got the temperature before yet, and it tells you that with that beeping noise that you could hear that we're at 350 degrees. That was pretty quick. I'll venture to say we're 3 minutes it took maybe. The drawer here, it is pretty spacious. I mean, it's a typical drawer for a stove. I mean, it's not overly big, but I guess if they made it overly big, then it would be just take away from the actual size of the stove. What I see here, top is very warm. Like I can touch everything here, and it is not hot at all. I mean, it's actually still cool. This, I would burn my hand if I touched anything in there. That's pretty cool. As far as the boiling goes, we're definitely starting to boil here. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's overly fast compared to stoves in the past, but we really didn't put that much water in there either. So, I don't know. Maybe it's about the same. I don't know. It's a nice stove. It's a nice, clean look. I do like the fact that this thing is self-cleaning. Most stoves are self-cleaning. I don't know if we've ever used the feature before, but this one, I guess you can pour water right into the bottom of the stove. Turn the self-cleaning feature on. It will do its job, clean the stove, and then you just wipe it out with a rag. So again, that's not necessarily a feature we've ever really had to use. I mean, usually we clean up whatever spills in there. But here we go. We have a full boil. So I mean, I'd venture to say that's 5 minutes that it took to boil. We can turn that off now. It does have leveling legs. If you notice, ours is not level yet. I have to get under there and level the legs up to the countertop. It does have a, I don't know if it's a new feature, but there's a bracket that comes with it that you can actually mount underneath. We don't have any small children, so I'm not too worried about it. But this bracket here, you can see it. I guess there's some sort of stem or leg underneath that you mount this to the ground. And if you can see, there's a slide or a groove in there. That extra leg underneath slides right into that, and that keeps any small kids that would step on the door from this thing actually tilting forward and maybe falling on them. It's an added safety feature, especially for those parents that have kids that jump all over everything, but we don't have any kids that are that small, so we elected not to put that in. I don't know. Check it out. We'll actually figure out how this Wi-Fi stuff works on here. I'll post another video, and that's probably going to be it for now. Check it out. Again, it's the NE59M6850SS from Samsung. It's a 5.9 cubic foot freestanding electric range. Has 2 doors, and we're kind of excited about it.